Hi guys, if you want to buy this ASUS TUF Gaming Laptop, then please visit the link provided in the description. So this right here might actually be one of the craziest gaming laptop value setups I've seen in a long time. And I know gaming laptops in 2026 are getting ridiculous. Every company is throwing massive specs into thinner bodies, bigger cooling systems, brighter displays, AI features and desktop-level graphics. But every once in a while, one shows up that genuinely makes you stop and say, wait a second, this thing has what inside? Because this ASUS TUF gaming laptop is coming with an Intel Core i7-14650HX processor, RTX 5060 graphics, 32GB of RAM, and a massive 2TB SSD. And honestly, on paper alone, that already sounds like a monster. But the interesting part is this machine is actually competing directly against laptops running the AMD Ryzen 9 8945H. And surprisingly, in a lot of workloads and gaming situations, this Intel chip is pushing harder than expected. Now first things first, the design. This thing looks aggressive without trying too hard. ASUS didn't go full spaceship mode here. It still has that clean TUF aesthetic with sharp edges, strong build quality, and a pretty premium feel considering this is technically in the value performance category. The RGB keyboard instantly gives it that gamer vibe, but it's not overdone. You can still take this to school, college, work, or a coffee shop without looking like you're carrying an alien device from another planet. And then you open the lid and boom. 16-inch FHD plus IPS display. Now I know some people immediately hear FHD and start asking where the 4K panel is, but honestly for gaming, this actually makes a ton of sense. Higher frame rates, smoother gameplay, lower GPU stress, and way better thermal efficiency. And paired with GSWC support, gameplay on this thing feels incredibly smooth. Like seriously, whether you're playing competitive shooters, open-world RPGs, racing games, or even heavy AAA titles, this display keeps up extremely well. Motion clarity is solid. Colors look surprisingly vibrant. Viewing angles are great. And the immersion from the larger 16-inch panel really pulls you into games. But obviously the real star here is the RTX 5060 GPU. This thing is a beast for modern gaming. You can push ultra settings in a lot of modern titles while still getting seriously impressive frame rates. Ray tracing performance is way better now, DLSS support keeps everything running smooth, and honestly this feels closer to desktop gaming than most laptops people buy. And because ASUS paired it with 32GB RAM out of the box, multitasking is basically effortless. You can have Discord open, Chrome tabs everywhere, Spotify running, OBS recording gameplay, and your game still performs smoothly. That extra RAM headroom matters a lot more than people think. And then there's the storage. 2TB SSD. That alone solves one of the biggest gaming laptop problems. Because modern games are massive now. Like insanely massive. 1 or 2 AAA games can eat hundreds of gigabytes instantly. But with 2 terabytes, you actually have room to install everything without constantly deleting games every week. Boot times are crazy fast. Apps open instantly. Game loading screens feel super quick. Everything about this laptop just feels responsive. Now let's talk cooling because powerful laptops can either become performance machines or portable ovens. Thankfully ASUS TUF laptops usually have pretty solid thermal systems, and this one continues that trend. Under heavy gaming loads, yes, the fans become noticeable. That's expected. But the important thing is performance stays stable. You don't get massive frame drops after long gaming sessions, and the keyboard area stays surprisingly manageable. And honestly, with specs like these, thermal control matters a lot. Then we have connectivity. Thunderbolt 4 support is huge. That means super fast data transfers, external monitor support, docking setups, and future-proof flexibility. A lot of people underestimate how useful Thunderbolt becomes once you start using multiple displays or external devices. And ASUS also includes HDMI support, which is great for gamers connecting directly to larger monitors or TVs. Now battery life obviously depends heavily on what you're doing. Gaming laptops are never battery champions. Let's be real. But for regular productivity, browsing, streaming videos, editing documents, or lighter workloads, this actually holds up pretty well. Once you start gaming heavily though, you'll definitely want the charger nearby. Which honestly is completely expected with this level of hardware. And speaking of productivity, this laptop isn't just for gaming. Video editing? Excellent. Streaming? No problem. Content creation? Absolutely. Programming? Smooth. 3D rendering? Handles it surprisingly well. This is one of those machines that sits perfectly between hardcore gaming and serious productivity. And that's why laptops like this are becoming so popular now. People want one device that can basically do everything. And this honestly gets really close. Now the keyboard. Very satisfying key travel. RGB lighting looks clean. Typing feels fast and responsive. And for gaming sessions, the layout feels comfortable even during longer hours. Trackpad is solid too, although realistically most gamers are probably connecting a gaming mouse anyway. The audio performance is decent for a gaming laptop. Loud enough, clear enough, but if you really want immersive gaming or cinematic sound, headphones or external speakers are still the better experience. Now the biggest question. Is this actually worth buying? Honestly, yes. Because when you look at the combination of Intel i7-14650HX performance, RTX 5060 graphics, 32GB RAM, 2TB SSD storage, GSONC display, Thunderbolt 4 and ASUS TUF durability, this package becomes extremely competitive. Especially for gamers who want desktop-like power in a portable setup. This feels like the kind of laptop that can stay relevant for years without immediately feeling outdated. And that matters. A lot. So if you want a gaming laptop that can handle modern AAA gaming, competitive esports titles, content creation, multitasking, streaming and productivity all in one machine, this ASUS TUF setup is definitely one worth checking out. And honestly, it might be one of the smartest gaming laptop buys right now. If you want to grab one for yourself, check out the link provided in the description below. And yeah, this thing is seriously impressive.